Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the 4 and 4 podcast. We are back in the saddle once again. It's your homies. It's T. It's G Money, Big Mark, and Dre Dog. Fellas, how's everybody feeling tonight, man?
Big
I'm
up to
feeling
yourself.
gravy.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with our regular thing, I guess. Yeah, we got in the comments on it. They want to hear about it. We're going to start with our regular Monday night check-in, just to see how your last week has been, how everything's going. Big Mark, holler at it, brother. How you been?
Oh man, life is good. What's up, fellas? Man, it's been a week. I ain't seen y'all since last week. I talked to y'all a bunch this week though. Unnecessarily sometimes.
You saw Terry last week. That's what.
Oh no, I saw it. Yeah, we will talk about that later. But man, hey, listen, life is good, man. I started a new gig today, as most of y'all know, and I had a little orientation. Yeah, man, things was good. They did take us on this big ass tour though that sweated the shit out of it. Like, Lord have mercy. Like my undershirt was like fully soaked because we were outside and we were walking around this whole building. We were seeing the whole process. Oh my God, dude, that shit was not fun at all. But everything is good this week, man. I'm off to a good start, and I'm very optimistic about what's going to happen the rest of the week. So, big up to on yourself.
On myself. Good to see you, man. Let's go. Keep it moving. G Money, how you feeling tonight, brother? What's going on with you?
I'm feeling real good, man. I'm feeling real good, man. It's been a good week. Had a lot of family time. Worked a little bit, of course. Started doing some things with lacrosse, and went to the first Friday night football game. Kind of doing that for that Friday night thing, getting that thing started.
Yes,
Hadn't
sir.
done that in a while.
It's real.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's real.
It's real.
The coach, he was like, he asked, "Hey, coach, you want to come on the sideline?" I'm like, "No. I'm gonna watch from the stands." You know what I mean? And I will tell you this: I saw a different area of Florida, man. I was driving through about 20 miles away from my house, and I swear I had driven like 100 miles north in some damn country ass. Dude, I swear, man, there was nobody on the road, bro. And then when I got to the high school, man, everything was popping. Everything was popping. It was as if everybody in the town was at that high school. I don't know, man, but it's really exciting time. So I was cool, and football season started. It's pretty dope. So good week.
Good stuff, G Money. Dre Dog, holler at us, brother. How you been, man?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. I am so ecstatic about my week. I got my first COVID shot.
Big up.
Big up yourself for that one.
And then then I got
Hold on, Dre, don't talk yet. You gotta wait for this to finish. Because ain't nobody gonna be able to hear you.
I got excited. I'm not going to front. And then I really turned it off.
He played a little joker when the big joker was still out.
Yeah, I got excited.
So not only did I get my shot, but I had a chance to do some like extra work, and I got my son involved, and so the minimum wage in Texas is $7, and I paid him $10 an hour, and this brother hustled. I was like, it's not $10 for what you do, it's $10 an hour, and he didn't care. He just worked hard. I felt like I was part of that. So, yeah,
Good shit,
you know what I mean?
Shit,
like that,
shit,
it was definitely. And he got his shot on Sunday. I got my shot on Saturday. He got his shot on Sunday. So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Big up to the COVID shot.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's up with
you? Got one, you better get one. I'm good, man. I'm good, brother. Thanks for asking. I'm good, brother. Regular work week. Weekend was great. I'll go right past the work week. Y'all heard it a million times. It doesn't change. It is what it is. But the weekend, good weekend for me, man. First scrimmage. Gee, as you talk about that Friday night thing, we just got our first scrimmage, and first Friday night game is this week. And I got all the edgy feelings about it coming. You've been doing it for so long. I just can't wait to do Friday Night Lights again. Great results at the scrimmage, man. Kids are playing hard. Kids are playing well. And I got to top that off now. 8 a.m. scrimmage. 4 p.m. than it would Mark and the Fam. You know what I mean? So it was a good
Yeah,
Saturday for me. It never slowed down
yeah,
for me. And I just went from one to the other,
yeah.
man. I tell you, we had a great time, G, back in the old stomping grounds and Ellicott
Mm,
City, Maryland, down the Phoenix Upper Main. And I missed you there, brother. I missed you there like you didn't even know.
Yeah.
Because you were a
Yeah.
staple in that. You feel me? Like you were a
Yeah.
staple in that. But we had a good time, man. We hung out. Good drinks, good food, good times, got home safely. Got right back to work on that Sunday on the football thing. So I'm here tonight with y'all, though. So that makes me cool, right?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
All right, man. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
everybody. So listen, good to hear everybody's doing well. But if you ain't doing well, y'all know y'all can express it right here, right? That's the first thing we can do. If it wasn't that good week, we can go ahead and talk about it, right?
You got that right.
All right, so let's keep it on pushing, man. Anybody got anything that they want to get off their chest before we get into this portion of our show where it's just given out to one person that's got to speak on it?
Well, you know what? I really do. I'm sorry if I interrupted. Piggyback it off what Garrett was saying about getting vaccinated.
That'd be episode 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. So it meant a lot to me. And plus, like I said, I had COVID, so I know what it is and how it feels. So I feel so good right now to get the vaccine, even though I know the variant is out there, and it's hurting a lot of people. You know what I mean? Look at what's that? Jesse Jackson, him and his wife affected by it. And the whole thing is, like I said, to piggyback off of Garrett, if you don't get vaccinated, it mutates. So it goes to the people, you know, it doesn't go to the people, but whoever's not vaccinated or whoever's haven't had it, it hurts them hard. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just really like ecstatic that I'm part of the people that got shot. I know you brothers.
When is your next shot? Is it 2 weeks from?
Yo, and that's another thing I want to speak on. 9/11.
Oh, 9/11. That's when your next shot is. Wow.
Yeah, 9/11.
You can't miss
Well,
that appointment.
Well, we appreciate you sharing all that with us, dog, and I appreciate your passion, that man, especially taking us back to an episode that we already done. That G spoke very eloquently and very intelligently on vaccinations and how that should go down. And G, we appreciate you for that. But if you haven't heard it, I just urge you to go back to episode 4, listen to G's portion of the show on that about vaccinations. And there's a later portion of that show too. We talked about a little bit more after that. So just tune and listen to the whole damn segment. Basically, what I'm saying.
Can I just say this?
Sure.
G Money was the reason why I went and got the shot.
That's awesome. And you know, I hope that 500 other people that listen to that went and got the shot too.
I appreciate that.
Times
Dre.
10, times 10, times 10.
I appreciate that, Dre.
Yeah.
And that's good stuff.
Dead ass.
Yeah, we gotta bring that. We gotta bring that episode back. We got. There's a lot more conversation to be had around that topic.
Sure.
So,
it's ever changing. It's
Yeah,
ever changing.
yeah.
So yeah, I agree. And just for the record, I'm going to tell you, I'm vaccinated. I know G, you are. Mark, I know you are.
Yep.
Dre's
Yeah,
on the way.
I am.
Just so you know, if you want to tune in and you want to listen, you got a problem with it, feel free to
one
call,
more shot.
like and subscribe, comment.
One more shot.
We'll deal with you. We'll deal with you. It's not a problem. It's not a
Drake said,
problem.
one more shot.
Yeah, right, Jay. One more shot. Hey, but get there, brother. And even though that we know Pfizer got FDA approved today.
Yeah, they did. They
yeah. What you know about this booster shot though? Wifey asked me about that shit the other day.
I heard a lot about the booster shot, and it's like, don't worry about it, because it depends on what you got. If you got Johnson & Johnson or you got the Moderna, is that right?
If you got
Moderna.
Johnson and Johnson, I recommend you going to see your primary care physician as soon as possible with all the information that's coming back on that one
That
shot.
Johnson and Johnson
Well,
is
get some
bullshit.
Moderna or Pfizer. If you got Moderna or Pfizer, you're good to go.
So
You're
the
good to go.
Moderna, yeah, you're good to go, but that's the one they're saying that you have to get the booster shot with. They were saying that Pfizer, you didn't need the booster shot.
I thought the booster shot were based on age and where the variant's going. I didn't think it was based on the particular pharmaceutical company, but I don't know. But I didn't hear that. If you heard that, then I got to do some more research.
Yeah, I was listening. I listened to a lot of talk radio, and
I think all our old asses do at this point. I mean, we ain't
Yeah,
bumping
right.
in the car no more. That shit don't work for us no more. I gotta educate myself when I'm in the car, brother. I feel you. Though. I feel you.
yeah, but that's where I was hearing it from. Now,
Right.
Now, granted, don't take my word. You know what I mean? I'm not a doctor or physician. I have no credit when it comes to this virus, but that's just what I heard.
Word. And we'll figure it out. We'll talk. And then on the next show, when we all educate ourselves a little bit more, I'm sure we'll all be more edified to talk about that.
What'd you hear about it? What'd you hear about it, G?
That it's really targeting people with comorbidities. So, someone that I know,
I heard that.
Someone that's close to me, family member, struggles with lupus, and she got her booster shot like a week ago.
Yeah.
So
Because that's all immunity. That's all your immune system dealt with low white blood cells, and that's those.
Now,
yes, absolutely.
So I'm sorry. So G, with lupus, the booster shot helps with that?
No.
But does it?
Lupus makes, I think, and you know, I don't even want to try to sound like I know exactly what what lupus does, except for it has to attacks the immune system a little bit. So they have they are more susceptible to getting sick.
More susceptible to
disease. So
exactly.
They had to get the booster shot in order to keep their immune system continuing to fight off any issues with if they get COVID in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, so that's pretty much when I was remarking what I had heard about it. Again, this is all brand new. This booster shot stuff came out maybe a month ago, or maybe more than that. But I thought it got it more toward what Jay's talking about. If you have these specific issues, close mobility type of things, lupus, leukemia, ALS, these types of things that can affect the immune system or just the regular function of your body. That the way this virus is attacking it, you might want to get when we may make this booster shot. Now, it's in the early stages, like we were back in March of 2020 when these vaccines that we're taking right now were in the infant stages. So this whole booster shot talk and what they're doing, it's in the infant stage. Mm-hmm. We don't know what's going to happen with it. We don't know what's going to go on September 15th, September 27th. If they've been working on the booster shot since last year, they didn't tell us about it. So I don't know how it's going to go down. I have no idea.
I told wifey, I said, look, you know, we're both fully vaccinated, and we haven't had any issues, you know, except for a cough here and there, you know, which we just suck on some, you know, halls or something like that. I mean, what's
funny is that all three of our faces thought you were gonna go a different way with that. That's the funny thing about it. As soon as you use the word, all three of our faces looked at the screen real hard and go, "You're not about to do that, is he?"
not on live TV.
He said, "Oh shit! I think I got a corona. Let me suck on the halls."
You know, but my point is, you know, there's no sense of urgency for me or for her to go get the booster shot.
Okay.
So I don't know. You know, it's hard enough. People are having a hard enough time just getting the shot. You know, getting fully vaccinated. You know, right. I don't know how this booster shot thing is, you know, coming down.
G, can you got something to go with, G?
No, I just, you know, I did have a quick story, and the one thing I wanted to say about what you just addressed, Mark, is, you know, you haven't had any issues, that kind of thing. The one thing that people are doing, even the ones that are vaccinated, are masking up. They're washing their hands. They have hand sanitizer. They're trying to be as socially distant as they can be with certain things in certain situations.
Sure.
So, when you're practicing those things, obviously you lower the risk of catching COVID. And not to say that you won't, but you lower the risk of it, and you also keep your circle small, and that also helps too. I know someone who works in healthcare. Just a quick story, and then we can move on. And it just kind of shows where people's minds are in certain situations. Older gentleman, wife is, got COVID in intensive care unit. Coded, almost died, brought back to life. He's in the waiting room. He's pissed off. He hasn't seen his wife for a while. He does not have a mask on. He decides that he wants to get up and walk into the unit, into the ICU unit without a mask. One of the physician assistants says to him, "Sir, you can't be in this unit without a mask." "Fuck you," is what he said. "I can walk. I'm in Florida. I can do what the hell I want. There's no mandate says I got to wear a mask." Meanwhile, everybody else is wearing a mask, this, that, and the other. He gets to arguing, cussing everybody out around him. Security calls. He cusses them. They remove him, and now he can't come back to the hospital at all. He's trespassed. And you know what's really fucked up? His wife is still in the ICU unit. So he's only going to see her one of two ways. Either he's going to see her if she gets well and goes home, or if she comes out in a body bag.
Wow.
Wrap your head around that. All for not wearing a mask. So, I mean, we don't even know if the brother was vaccinated or not, but more importantly, he refused to wear a mask. That's where people are, man. Until we can kind of curve that more, we're going to continue to have to worry about boosters and all this other crap that's going on around us.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I got to say, man, I am like a walking, talking dichotomy when it comes to that, because
you are definitely that.
I don't particularly like to wear my mask anywhere since the mandate was dropped, but I'm still practicing social distancing. And I'm still afraid of human contact. Like, I found myself like giving dap, like deciding if I'm gonna slap five or fist bump. I'm making those decisions like on the spot. You know what I mean? With just regular folk.
No, I hear you.
You feel me?
Let's do the kick and play. Like, let's touch foot. Oh, my buddy, and kick the feet. You know what I mean? Like, dude,
that requires lifting your knee up and holding it up for longer than 3 seconds. So I don't know.
As long as we ain't touching hands, I got no problem.
You know what I mean?
And Mark walked 50 yards and had a sacrophiliac problem. So I'm not sure he can pick his knee up and hold it for 3 seconds and do the kid and play job.
I got like maybe 10 seconds, and it's coming down hard.
Yeah, you know the sciatica on your
line.
The sciatica gonna get him.
Mark, you know what's so crazy? Down here, it's a school called ISD, Independent School District. So basically, they run their whole program or whatever. It's in Fort Worth, Texas. Not over 900 students was either in quarantine or had positive for COVID-19.
900.
I'm not done.
All right.
I'm not done. Over 145 staff and teachers have also been, either had COVID or in quarantine. So there's over 1,000 people just in this one freaking school.
That's a big ass school.
That's a big problem.
Yo, dude. First of all, everything is big down here in Texas. Everything is big.
Yo, that's a big.
Everything is big.
I'm glad I don't live in that town.
Sure. My son's high school has a Pizza Hut, Sonic, and Chick-fil-A.
Lord have mercy.
That's
in
how
the high
big.
School.
In the high school.
Jeez, that's a mall. That's not a high school.
You know
That's
what I mean?
a goddamn mall.
That's a damn food court.
dude.
What
I,
the fuck?
I'm ready. I'm ready to on my lunch break just to roll up at his high school just to see what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? Like seriously, Sonic, Chick-fil-A, and Pizza Hut.
Well, Sonic ain't good, just for the record.
It doesn't matter, G. It's just the fact that they have those 3 fast food places.
Definitely looking out for the health and the healthiness of the food the kids are eating. So that's a good thing. That's
Exactly.
Awesome.
What's next on our agenda there, Mr. T?
Well, we're gonna start off with Dre Dog with something that's heavy on his heart, something he want to get off his chest tonight. So Dre Dog, holler at the people, man.
Yeah, you know what? It's still a random thought, but I want to get in detail with this. So when you stop dating someone, say you were dating someone and they had kids, or you have kids and you were dating someone and y'all broke up, do you still have a relationship with the kids?
Now are you asking us individually, or just kind of throwing it out there?
No, I'm throwing it out there, or I'm asking you guys. Do you keep the relationship, or do you just like fuck them kids? Like,
that's kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh.
You can't really say fuck them kids. I mean, listen, if you live in close proximity to that ex, that woman with the kids, and you see him on the street or in the grocery store, you can't just be like, F them kids.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
No,
random.
No, he's asking.
He's
asking if that's what you do. He's asking, right?
If you see them on the street, you turn the other way. That's not what he said.
He said, fuck. Yeah, he literally said, fuck them kids.
No, honestly. Now,
I'm laughing at the fact that we're trying to define what the term "fuck them kids" actually means.
I know.
What does that actually mean?
Right.
I got stuck in my thought right now.
You're taking this ice cream. So, other words, you turn your back and you know what they are. Where are we in the middle of that? Understanding? So help us out.
All right. So listen, you in a relationship. This is before you got married, but you in a relationship, and you had a bond. Whatever, was it a boy or girl, whatever kid that the girl you were dating, you had a bond with the kids. Now, you and the girl broke up. Do you break up that bond with the kids? Or do you still,
I would say
talk?
No.
Oh my God. Oh.
I hate her, but this is my kid. Yeah, I don't want to talk to her or see her face at all, but that's my kid.
Again, it depends on the proximity of you and that kid.
Listen.
Hey, I don't want to cut anybody. I don't want to cut. G money.
It's not your kid. It's not your kid. It's not your kid at all. But she has kids.
Oh, you talking about some other niggas?
No, I understand.
Other ninjas kid.
I understand that.
Man, I'm all the way out, brother. I'm all the way out. Gee, you had something heavy on your mind. You can say, brother. Go ahead. Get it off.
I just wanted to say, all right, there are a couple different situations. Now, when you talk about dating somebody who had kids, right? Are you talking like, a couple years that you dated them, 5 years, 10 years? You were instrumental in the come up of this child or these children. Kids. Number one. Number two. I didn't say anything about them being mine. I did not say. I understand that concept. That's
a great question. That's a great question.
If you're instrumental in the come up of those children, right? Were you with the woman for 5, 6 years, 2 years, 6 months, whatever? But I will say this: if they're not your children, any relationship that you have with them has to be from a distance. It has to be. You can't be unless you truly were instrumental in the growth of those children. Other than that, when you break up with the mom, you got to be gone. And then if there's it's from a distance, hey, how are you? Send you a letter, send you an email, send you a text, whatever that is. If that child is a performer of the arts or an athlete, maybe you could check out a game or two.
Now,
or a performance.
Do do you feel the same way if, say, there was a girl you were dating and she had a bond with your kids, but she broke up with you, not you breaking up with her. She broke up with you. How would you feel with her having a relationship with your kids?
She better
Fuck
not
that
come
hoe.
around
She
my
better not
house.
come around.
She
And
better not come around my house.
and if I
Can I
start
say it?
when I start dating another woman, yeah, she ain't gonna have that neither. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. And not only
I'm
that,
saying this.
I stopped fucking with this hoe for a
Terry,
reason. She ain't no good influence on my children. And why the
Terry,
fuck would I want her to be around my kids? Fuck that hoe.
we are black men keeping it real, ain't we?
See, what
God
I'm saying is,
damn.
I'm not saying I'm calling 12 on her, but she ain't gonna be coming around my house like that. It's not
Hell
a thing.
nah, hell
We're gonna
nah.
solve that. We're gonna solve that.
Oh,
No, we're gonna
is
solve
your
that.
dad home? Oh yeah, let's go. What's going on? Oh, okay. What's he got going? Hell nah,
Yeah.
hell nah.
No,
So,
sir.
so
No,
You
my,
are
sir.
such a hypocrite, dude. You are such a fucking hypocrite.
Who?
Who?
That's hypocritical. That's
who,
hypocritical.
who?
Huh?
Gee, when you say she can't come around, but the first time you like you was okay with it the other way.
Now, first of all, I
You was
think that
okay with it the other way.
I didn't necessarily say I was okay with it. I said you had to be from a distance, unless you truly were instrumental in the growth of the
He
child.
said
so,
his
so
business when it's him is her in the other zip
Yeah,
code.
there was some
yeah.
there are some
There was some
possibilities.
emails, some
There was
letters, some texts. Maybe, like I
there's some
said, there are.
possibilities.
He
I'm
said
just calling it
electronic
as I see it.
communications only.
That's not
No
What's your
hypocritical
physical
at
zip
all.
presence.
code?
I'm just calling
What's
it
your
as I
zip
see it.
code?
No
You
physical
know what I'm
presence
saying?
can be there
Hell
whatsoever.
nah.
There's conditions the other way, but flip it over and it's straight. There's no options.
So
Look,
hold on, Mark. You
Hell
bring
no.
hold on. Now we've all known each other for a long time. You bring that at G. Why don't you answer the question?
Listen, man, I'm a different animal, dude. I'm a
Oh,
different animal.
Here we go.
When
Here
it comes
we
to
go.
this shit.
Somebody
I'm a
start the
different
clock.
animal.
Somebody start the clock. Don't
you're
start
of the
arguing
four
with
of
that.
us.
Listen,
Of the four of us, you're
I
the
am not
most
even.
forgiving.
I am not taking. Well, okay, yes. And I'm not
Softest.
Yes,
taking you
Absolutely.
yes.
down this
Softest.
wormhole. I'm not taking you down this wormhole. So I'm a different animal. But from a real man's perspective, I think your first response was the true response, and your second response was that was just your ego talking.
We're not talking about him. We're talking about you. You
See,
think you
see,
can continue to deflect this question? You think you can get
and
out
that's
like that
Dre
easy?
said
Come on,
she
man. What about
dumped
you?
me. Dre said she dumped me and she wants to be involved with the
Yeah,
children.
and,
Fuck
but in
that
the first
hoe. What the
scenario,
hell?
you dumped
I'm with
her.
you. I'm with you. I'm
That's
with
what I'm
you.
saying. In the first scenario, you dumped her.
But we still feel the same way. Whether if I dumped her, I don't want her around. If she dumped me, I damn sure don't want her around.
See,
It still equals the same.
and you have to be selective in who you bring around your children anyway. So I mean,
Yes,
what
sir.
exactly are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difficult situation altogether. It really is.
Everybody
you know
you date ain't your baby daddy.
And
Ain't
there
your
ain't
baby
no
mama.
marriage or
It ain't.
ain't no step going on. It was just this woman.
I
that
tell you
with.
what, listen what I did right now and look how you guys are going.
I tell you what you did. You started some shit in this conversation.
You
What you
started
did.
some shit.
That's what
That's
you
what you
did. You
did.
started some shit in
You
this
done started some
conversation. What
shit.
you did.
So on my end, my ex-wife, right around the time we were trying to get back together, she had a child. And I take her like she's my other child.
Mm-hmm. I remember Shawty.
No blood relation, but
I remember
my
Shawty.
kids love her like, oh, that's our sister. You know what I mean? So, on my end, I think it's more or less how the relationship is where you are with the kids. Forget
I
the
think that's what you
women.
said.
It's all about what the relationship you have with the kids. In my eyes, so I have a good relationship with her. I'm not saying like I'm buying her stuff or anything like that, but when there's things that happen that's family related, she's right there. You know what I mean? So
Unless Dre, she dumped you, according to G. Unless she dumped you, unless she broke up the relationship.
That's Mark. What
that's
you're
false?
Well, not necessarily. I did say that, but I was also talking about if the children were mine, not hers. So if the children were mine and she dumped me, that hoe got to go.
First of all, I think, Mark, you misconstrued what I was saying.
Okay, maybe I did.
You don't have kids by her.
You're just talking about the relationship with your kids and her kids.
You have a bond with her kids. Do you stop having that bond with the kids because you're not dating her no more?
I don't. But if she has a bond with my kid,
let's talk about more about how you feel. Go ahead. Please.
If she has a bond with my kid,
Terry, you ain't shit.
If she has a bond with my kid, and then we are no longer together, and she still wants to keep that bond with my kid, if my kid is okay with it, I'm okay with it.
This what we gonna do? This what we gonna do?
But I don't see a big problem with that.
You wouldn't because you're of the four of us. You are the most forgiving. That's all that is. It's bullshit.
Now, I'm not to say that if I'm with someone else, a new person, not to say that person is gonna have a non-issue with it.
Let me ask
I'm
you a
sure
question
it's gonna be an issue. So
we may have to talk about. Now we getting to what I want to talk about.
So we may have to kill all that.
Mark,
you know,
Mike, right? There was a might in what you said, Mike, right? Okay.
Mike. You said Mike. Kill all that.
You said Mike.
Oh, yeah, whoever this woman is, it's fine, baby. She can, we can co-parent, we can do all that shit. Yeah.
But if it's just me,
we be co-step
if it's
parent.
just me,
you got step parent 1 and co-step parent 2.
Mark, I got a question.
Go ahead, Dre.
All your exes, are you cool with them?
Whoa, how many?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I refuse to speak on it, but
no,
I say what you say, Mark.
I'll speak on it. I'm an open book, and I'll tell you right now.
I am.
Every ex I have, except for like maybe 3, fuck them. If they see me walking down the street,
mute
they better cross
the damn mic when you cough.
I did.
What?
It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Mute.
Oh, my bad. I thought it did.
There's a little button right in front of you. It says mute.
Okay, I'll do that next. If it happens again, I'll do that.
That's a great idea for the 16th time. So G,
I said some really funny shit, and now it's done because he coughed.
I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this shit.
G said pass. I'll pass on that. So G, the question was,
said some
how many
funny
exes are you
fucking
friends
shit,
with?
and because he coughed, it's gone.
No. I'm done with the conversation altogether. Because once we start talking about being friends with exes, I'm done.
I will go on record and tell you right now, every ex I have, and Mark, you can probably test this. G, they all hate me. You know what I mean? I don't have no.
Your exes hate me, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah, right. My exes hate y'all. You know what I mean?
I hate your exes, and I don't even know them bitches.
Oh man,
I hate them too. Fuck them bitches.
They're equal hate across the board. We hate them, they hate us. It's all good. We're good. You know, love shown.
Let's really talk about it. I hate all of them.
Well.
I died laughing just now.
No, you coughed in the microphone. That's what you did. You didn't die laughing. You coughed into the
Listen, man, I'm using a new mic right now. It's not easy to
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm about to hit the all mute button anyway.
You killed my whole joke.
I'm about to hit the all mute button.
Whole joke, yo.
I didn't kill your joke, yo.
Drake,
your joke was fun. I laughed. That's why I muted my mic. That shit was funny as hell. Fuck them if they didn't hear it. I get it, Drake. It was funny as shit.
He said, fuck if they didn't hear it.
Fuck them if they didn't get it. They weren't paying attention.
Hey, we'll get it in post-production. Don't worry. We'll get it in post. Don't worry about it. Hey, look, I'm making a note right now.
Thank
Dre,
you,
joke in
Mark.
post. I got it.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Dre, you first on agenda in post-production, brother. Your joke. All right, got you. Written down. Starred. No doubt. You don't have to worry about it. You're good to go.
T.
I'm loving that
you
one.
You ain't shit.
I'm on point tonight. Ain't never gonna be, but let me borrow $1, brother. Let me borrow $1.
Get off my elbow.
All right, so listen,
All right,
man.
man,
Listen,
come on.
Dre, you started some stuff with that, man. I thought it was gonna be a soliloquy from you, but clearly you opened up that like you didn't open it up in pre-production. I appreciate that from you, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And hit us with another random thought, and we'll go through that next week, man. But we appreciate you, brother. So, G Money.
Yes, sir.
Are you up for your segment called Never Taught? So we're going to talk about some things that were never taught. Brought to you by G Money. Go ahead, brother. Speak to us.
Thank you very much. As I've said before in a previous episode, that Never Taught is about things that went on in history that were never taught to us. That I think would have an impact on a lot of lives if they were have an impact on the way society looks at life. So with that said. Never Taught is about, our motto, Black men keeping it real, about history.
That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure. Sergeant William Henry Johnson, commonly known as Henry Johnson, was a hero from World War I. He fought as part of the first American unit to engage in combat. The unit was also known as the Harlem Hellfighters. And I'm sure that some of you, maybe a lot of you, have heard of the Harlem Hellfighters in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Henry Johnson on May 14, 1918, fought off a German raid, killed 5 German soldiers in hand-to-hand combat, saved a fellow soldier, all while sustaining 21 wounds in the process. He was a great fighter, a great combat guy. He showed great valor. And, with 21 wounds, bruh man was like Tupac out there. You know what I'm saying? He just kept getting shot, was just fighting and doing his thing. You know what I mean?
Damn straight.
And the nickname that he got from that fight that I just talked about, was called Black Death. That was his nickname. He got that nickname from the French because what happened for him and his unit, he had joined the New York National Guard, right? And then they got recognized by the Army. They got brought in. Now, the part of the story, what I just read to you as far as facts go, that was Google Wikipedia. So if you Google Sergeant William Henry Johnson, you're going to get that same information. But what it doesn't tell you, and what it kind of, and I'm going to use the term, whitewashes over, is the plight of Henry Johnson and the 369th Infantry. The fact that they were the National Guard, they got, recognized by the armed forces. They got brought over. Actually, they got recognized and changed into the 369th Infantry. But then they did not send them to France straight away in World War I. They didn't send them over there yet. And the reason why is because they were black. And when they finally did get over there, they had them cleaning latrines and doing the hard labor. And then there was, all the white troops didn't want them to fight. Yeah, didn't want them to fight with them. They didn't want to get in the trenches. And they went as far, and let me get this straight here. They went as far as to the American, Expeditionary Force. And I'm sorry if I messed that name up. Expeditionary Force. They released a pamphlet. And in that pamphlet, it said, and they released it to the French civilian organizations, the French military. It said, secret information concerning Black American troops. In that, they talked about how lazy Black people were. They talked about how inferior Black people were. And they talked about as soon as the troops came over to France, that they were going to start raping women.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, that was all the stuff that they had to deal with. Now, what happened for them is that because the American troops didn't want to fight with them, the general in charge sent them to go fight with the French. And en route to France, they sent out these pamphlets to make sure that the French knew basically not to fuck with Black troops.
Wow.
But lucky for those men in that 369th Infantry, that the French just said whatever. They were happy that they got reinforcement. They were happy that they got some guys that were ready to fight, and they were like, "Let's fight together." And that's exactly what happened. They went up there and then they fought. Now go ahead, Mark.
It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Thanks for sharing that, man. But the thing that comes to mind is kind of like what you just were talking about. Back then, we're talking about like the end of slavery. We're into segregation now. The black people have kind of integrated themselves into the white community
Not yet.
a little bit.
No, not yet. That's not true.
No, we're not.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
But they're allowing them to fight. Or they're allowing them to be soldiers. They're giving them weapons to go to
again,
war.
let me just say this, Mark. Hold on. Let me say this. Everything that you said is true, except for who gave them the guns. Who they were fighting in World War I, not with American guns. They were fighting with French guns. French guns, French helmets, French infantry garb,
Gear.
as we say, gear. Thank you, Terry. So because the American military would not recognize them as combat infantry, and the people that did was the French army. And when they did that, they were rewarded. And so Henry Johnson, he was finally awarded, sergeant. He wasn't even looked upon as a sergeant when he first left. You know what I mean? And even though he was the guy. So he was recognized by President Obama. I think it was 2000 and he got the Medal of Honor. He was dead. He only lived at age 36. He enlisted in the army in 1917. He died in 1929.
So let me ask you a question. So the reason why they didn't put black faces on the front line is because the enemy would not recognize them as.
No. It was the American troops, the American white soldiers did not want to fight alongside of black people or black troops.
Were inferior to them.
Yeah, and it was the whitewashing that has gone on in society for a long time. It just played right into it. You know what I mean? It was now. Remember Hold on. Remember the time.
Why not send all the black people first? Because if they're expendable and they're like pawns, why not send them first and then send the white people after them?
I think that you're missing. I think you're missing the point, and the point is that they did not want to fight alongside of them at all. So it wasn't about sending them in. It wasn't about sending them first. They didn't want to fight with them at all, and that was part of the racism that was going on. Which, when you read Wikipedia, it says here. It says it goes on to say that Henry Johnson lived in poverty and obscurity until his death. And then it says there was a long struggle to achieve awards for him from the U.S. military. The reason why it was long struggles, and the reason why Wikipedia and Google label it this way, again, is about the whitewashing.
So listen, if I'm a white general back in that time, I'm taking all the ninjas that are expendable, and I'm putting them on the front line because I already taught them how to shoot a gun, and I'm letting them go in there first, and then I'm sending my real soldiers behind them. Why was that not a strategy?
Let me try to say this way, Dre. They weren't worthy of fighting on the battlefield. The general didn't have to think the way that you're thinking. They didn't want the black soldiers on the battlefield at all. Whether to use them first, expendable, they were inferior to what was going. They didn't want them there. They didn't recognize them as soldiers.
And what would have happened?
So I'm not going to put you on.
No, go ahead. G. No, I was going to say, and what would have happened was that if, in that situation, what could have possibly happened is what exactly happened when they got the opportunity to fight. Sergeant Henry Johnson was a beast he was a beast in there. He was a beast out there. His gun ran out of ammunition. He's out there killing Germans with a bolo and a damn in the butt of a rifle because he ran out of bullets. And he's saving lives. He's wounded, but he's fighting. He was an absolute beast on the war field. You know what I mean? He was killing cats. He was a monster. You know what I'm saying? He was Black Death. That was his nickname, and they couldn't kill him.
Man.
So I mean,
then he shows up and he's better.
You muted yourself, Terry.
Terry, you muted.
Oh, my bad. I said, then you go home or he fights here and he's better than the white man fighting with him. That can happen.
Yeah.
You can't have a black soldier that can outfight you.
You know how many wars? You know how many wars we would have won if they had just allowed niggas to just go through and fight?
Don't know.
No,
we'd have won some wars. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Stop.
I have no idea.
Stop.
I will say this.
So, me personally, me being in the Army, my unit was light infantry, military police. And right when Desert Storm was going on, I went to basic training. Once I got done basic training and my job training, the war was over. Far as Desert Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was supposed to go out that way, but that it didn't happen because everything had stopped. But now things are so discombobulated. Anytime you do like basic service or whatever, as far as like your basic training, you're going right into the heat of the battle. You're going right into the heat of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I would say that the Harlem Hellfighters and Sergeant Henry Johnson, their military experience was shitty. They gained no respect when they were there from American troops. American troops tried to poison the French civilians and French military against black troops by sending out some sort of pamphlet. They didn't fight as Americans. They fought as French soldiers. They fought alongside French soldiers. It was absurd.
Even arrived.
Now, because of their valor, because of their ability to fight and fight alongside, and for the French military to recognize them, and specifically Black Death, Sergeant Henry Johnson, he was awarded the Croix de Gras, and this is a French word,
Coup de
Gras, which is the star. Thank you, Terry. Which is the Star and Bronze award for valor in combat. Star and Bronze Palm. And it's a good it's a cool looking medal, you know what I mean, which he rocked when he came back. He was the first American soldier in World War I, the only American soldier in World War I to get that award, to get that medal.
Oh wow, that's good shit.
And so kudos.
And he was Army, right?
I think they were all Army at that point. There was no Marines. That's 1918. He was infantry. He was a soldier.
I'm sorry, I was just getting a little happy.
No, I hear you. Sergeant
Hoorah.
William Henry Johnson. Mad props to him. I believe that, if the story was told in the way it was told, if we were taught it the way we were taught, should have been taught, maybe that would have led to more brothers having more pride and getting involved in the military. And they could have held, if he was being held up instead of held down, maybe that would have changed something for a lot of cats, because, military life isn't a bad thing. But the way that it started out for us was terrible. So why the fuck would somebody want to go into the military? And Dre, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Why would why do cats want to go into the military, represent the country, if they feel like they're not going to get appreciated? Now some cats some cats look past it, which is cool, right? But then when you have guys like this guy who was an absolute monster on the battlefield, he should have came back with glory. And just prestige and a sense of pride. He came back and this is what happened to him. He came back and they invited him to start speaking to groups. He went and spoke to the first group. He was a paid event. They asked him to speak to a group of people. He went and spoke to them, and then they asked him, please talk about your military experience. Just tell them the good stuff. So he went and talked to that group, and he told them about how racist motherfucking white troops were to him. He talked about all that shit. And then from that point on, He got arrested for wearing his medal. He couldn't make any more money. The money dried up, and that's why he died at the age of fucking 36 in obscurity and poverty. So when they say the U.S. military couldn't find awards, yeah, because he went and told when he got back to the United States, he told the fucking truth, and then he got persecuted for it. Because the last thing that any American at that time who was in charge of this country wanted to see was somebody telling the motherfucking truth about how they were treated in the fucking military. So yes, I'm passionate about it.
Yes, you are, and I'm gonna let you leave it right there before you call somebody else a name that you probably don't want to call nobody this evening.
And that's why people are still, signing up for the military, because they were never taught what you just taught us.
Sure, and I think what G was getting to was a statement down here. A lot of young brothers say these days. I do a lot of kids, and they say, "Well, why would I want to represent a country that doesn't represent me?"
Bingo.
It's a tough question to answer. Bingo. It really is.
Bingo.
Yeah, it really is.
I know a lot of brothers. I know a lot of brothers, with Dre included, a lot of brothers that were in the military that it was a positive thing for them, and I think that's awesome. Sure. I just think that if we all knew about Sergeant Henry Johnson, that would also help us in our decisions and how we do things in terms of wanting to join the military, not if he was being held up instead of tore down like he was. But again, they didn't tell the fucking story. Never taught it.
So taught. There it is. G, money on never taught. We appreciate you, brother. That was a great segment, man. We're going to keep it pushing right now. Next up, and I got it written down here, Big Mark is up next with the hammy. You're going to go ahead and deliver your show, and we call this portion of the show, What the Ham Sandwich.
What the ham sandwich is going on? Now, listen, I can't remember if I had this sponsor already. I called to get a confirmation from my man G earlier today. I think these sponsors came through a little bit late, but if I did mention them before, I apologize, but they did came back on the books. This segment of What the Ham Sandwich is brought to you by Southside Funeral Home over there in Randallstown, Maryland. Their motto on the door is you kill them, we chill them. You slay them, and we'll lay them. And if you stab them, we'll slap them. Thank you, Southside Funeral Home, for your sponsorship. Moving on, listen, I got to put my disclaimer in there. Although, everything I say is all the way made up, it's all true to me. Okay? Look, in the news, y'all still with me?
Yes, sir. I'm appalled at this funeral home. I can't fuck with them.
I thought my mic was muted there.
I don't want those ghosts in my house. I don't do funeral homes.
Yeah, we don't do them like that. But look, in the news today. Now I know I be lying about a lot of things, but this time I'm telling the truth, like real talk. So there was
I'll be lying about a lot of things.
Yeah, but no, it's the truth though. Listen up. So the 2021 Census Bureau, okay, they put out a new discovery, and it blew my mind when I read this shit. But I was like, I gotta share this with you guys. But they did a thing where it was like every dude, every person, male person, have done this thing at least once. They put out the survey, and this is what the results came back. Every guy who has ever pooted in a car has driven around for about 10 minutes trying to clear it out before you pick up.
What did you say? Did you say pooted?
He said pooted.
Pooted. I said pooted. Is that okay? I'm gonna use the right word. Farted.
Thank you.
Okay.
You say
G was clearly offended by the fact that you think he.
Are you a white woman? Why do you say?
Listen, man, I got little kids, man. I got kids.
They ain't not around right now, fool.
We say
are they
potty.
around you?
No, but it's just it kind of ingrains into you, man.
Heard. But listen, I can dig that.
Here's what else they found.
Because saying farted is so bad.
Every dude, and
kids don't hear me say farted.
Yeah, they don't. But I don't even like to hear my kids say farted. I would rather them say pooted. But anyway,
and that's why we said earlier you were the most forgiving and softest of the group.
I didn't say that.
You can say poot if you want.
Every dude has gotten excited looking at the women's underwear section in the J.C. Penney or the Sears catalog. That is true.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
That is true. That is true. Now look,
Hell yeah.
Some of y'all might disagree with me on this one though. But every dude
Granny
has gotten
panties?
doo-doo. Has gotten doo-doo on their fingers every time, at least once, when they wipe their butt. Every dude. They got doo-doo on their finger, just a little bit.
Yo, get your boy. What's wrong with this dude?
I know y'all gonna disagree with me, but that's
What's
true.
wrong with this dude?
Hey, listen, don't kill the messenger, okay? I'm just delivering the story as I saw it on the 2021 Census Bureau. Now, listen, every dude, and listen, I can actually attest to this one, okay? I'm guilty of this one. We have sat outside of a Advanced Auto or whatever, Pep Boys, and waited for at least a half an hour trying to figure out how to install your windshield wipers. Just because you didn't want to go back inside and ask the people inside, how to put it on. I know that you've done it because I've done it. I've sat there. It is not a hard thing to do, for real, but it don't look easy. You know what I mean? Just putting it all together.
Apparently, it's not easy because you got doo-doo on your fingers.
Listen, you never got doo-doo on your fingers? You never got doo-doo on your fingers? At least more than once.
So
don't
what
lie
you're saying
to
is you struggle with wiping your ass is what you're saying. Because that shouldn't be a thing, brother. Like, it shouldn't be a thing.
And listen, I'm just the messenger.
I have enough fiber in my diet where I don't have to have doo-doo on my fingers.
You stop buying that grocery store labeled toilet paper and get you some good toilet paper so your finger don't poke through the hole. Well, that's what you need to do.
Hey, T, stop going to the dollar store and getting toilet paper. Shit, tissue
you
paper.
Get what you get, brother. You know what I mean?
That's why you got.
Listen, man.
That's why
just
you
for the
got
record, the dollar
finger.
store toilet paper does not break. That shit is like cardboard, yo. That shit, it will tear your ass up. Just so you know, and you will not break fingers through paper because that shit is more like cardboard. So
you
just
need to cut your fingernails. That's what.
He said you need to get that manicure, brother. You need to cut them.
Here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to talk about doo-doo. I'm not going to talk about doo-doo for the next 10 minutes. This is what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to talk about doo-doo.
You brought the shit up.
I know. I'm just saying. The segment is over, goddammit.
I see what you did there, Dre. I see what you did there.
Thank you. Thank you, T.
That was good.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Marcus,
moving on. Thank you,
Marcus,
sir. What the
I
ham
appreciate
sandwich?
you, man. Listen, see, I'm gonna do this for you this week. I'm gonna pray for you this week because the funeral homes and
I'm afraid that you don't get no doo-doo on your fingers.
No, listen, I was gonna recommend therapy, but I'm like, that's probably not gonna be enough. You know what I mean? Therapy takes a little while. I just pray for this brother tonight. God, go and knock that out for us. And that way, you know, we'll all be better. Every man, no, that's not a true story.
Every man, every dude.
Story. Listen. Every problem you have is not every man's problem, brother. I need you to accept that about yourself. I need you to accept that about yourself.
You driving me to drink, Mark. You drive me to drink, bro.
Oh my heavens, the Murgatroyd. So this is what we're doing tonight, man. Let's everybody take a deep breath.
I got doo-doo on my fingers. God damn it.
we gonna keep pushing if we can. I don't know how. But we're gonna make it up. We're gonna keep pushing. I lost it. I'm trying to get it back.
I'm sorry. I got my shit together. I'm serious.
I was good until Dre got me. All right, so listen, here we go.
I'm good.
So we can keep it pushing, man. It's late in the night, man. Here we are again with the sun coming up. Move on to our next portion of the show, and it's called. All I gotta do, I stare at G, I'll be okay, because he got the Muhammad Ali face on right now. Like, if you ninjas come to me. All right, so we can move on to the next segment right now. We're gonna call that the love and dislike segment. You know, we changed that up. We're gonna talk about one thing from your last week, a couple of weeks. Things been going on in your life, something that you really love, and then more importantly, something that you just absolutely dislike. You can't stand this bull stuff. All right, so let's start off here tonight with Dre Dog. Let's go with something you love.
You were starting with me? Okay.
You gotta get yourself together somehow.
All right. Can you hear me?
We got you, brother. Yeah. We got you.
All right. So the thing that I love is that
you don't have doodoo on your fingers.
Clearly.
Thank you, Mark. Mute, Mark.
You know, that's probably a good idea, right?
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Best idea you've had all these.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
You can either mute yourself or behave yourself. One of the two. He muted himself. There you go. Fair enough. He's done with himself. He's done with himself. He's out with my own self. All right. So we
mute
try and get Dre through this portion. Yeah. No, you're up right now. Sorry. You can mute yourself after your second.
Okay. So the thing that I love so much is the opportunity to do better every day. Helping out people, doing my job, taking my kids to school, cleaning the house, just little small things to me mean a lot. You know, I get up in the morning after I go to the gym and come back home, and before I take my daughter to school, I make the bed. Those little things mean a lot to me, and I just feel like I've been on track, trying to get to that point where I don't care what people think about me. I mean, clearly I don't, but just doing those little small things, it means a lot to me. Now, what I dislike is nasty people. And if to be honest, sometimes I've been in that category. But just nasty people right now, we're in an age where we need a lot of compassion. We need people to be friendly with each other, keeping your social distance. But I just think right now, what I hate is, what I dislike is that we are so angry and hateful to each other, and it's a bad thing. Now I hope that everybody that sees this or whatever just takes time to be nice to somebody. But in the most point, that's what I really dislike.
I appreciate it, brother, and that's deep, man.
Yeah.
With the state of society right now and the way that things are going on, and we know it's been 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, whatever you think in your own mind about it, but we're definitely heading in a direction, man, where people need to start just saying hello, wave hi, and just appreciate the next man next to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, man. 300%.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
So I was at the supermarket the other day and getting a couple groceries, and this gentleman came up behind me as I was pushing my cart. I guess he was trying to go like around me, and he smacked me on the back, and he was like, "Excuse me, boy." Yeah.
A lot of mercies.
So I was like, I could be Audrey and do something about it. I can be the new Dre and just keep
pull my Baltimore out of my pocket right now, or I cannot.
Yeah. So I just kept it moving. You know what I mean? I avoided, but the whole way when I was driving to work, it was killing me. It was killing me.
You called me forgiving earlier, but as a people, I think we all are forgiving when it comes to scenarios like that. You know, if you're older, if you're more mature, if you're stable, you know, if you're not a hothead, I think we're all more forgiving in that department. You know what I mean?
Well, like I tell my,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm just saying it's just facts.
I tell my kids, pick and choose your battles.
Smart.
You gotta pick and choose your battles. But me getting ready to turn 50, it's been a long road. And there's been a couple of motherfuckers that I need to smack, but I don't do it. You know?
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel you.
Just
I'm
grow
the
up, man.
same way.
Grow up.
I'm the
Yeah,
same way.
Grow up, you get older.
You know what? I'm like Jules from Pulp Fiction when he's like, I'm gonna walk the earth. That's the way I feel right now. Yeah, that's the way I feel right now.
You got that kung fu stuff going on in your life.
I'm trying to be the shepherd.
David Carradine.
I'm so trying to be the shepherd.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry, every day they're gonna test you, man. Just keep rising above it, bro. Keep rising above it. But I mean, that's a good message for people to hear because we were smack-a-doos back in the day, but I think we've all outgrown that now. It's like I don't have time. I don't have time. One, to be rolling around on the ground with no dudes.
No,
I don't
honestly,
have time to be getting no big argument. I just don't have time for that no more. I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't have time. It ain't that serious.
And motherfuckers would be really trying to make me put time in
every day
to smack the shit out of them.
There's at least one or two every day.
Yeah.
Every day. You say you could have been the dude. I could. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna back. I'm gonna go and get out of here before you say one more thing when I know I can't not turn around. You know what I mean? At that point, you know, and you just gotta rise above it. And for me, man, getting out of that situation is the biggest way I rise above it. Because I know me. There's that line, and once that line, you know, I gotta avoid getting to that line. I'm not that good where I can't cross the line, but I'm good enough to know where the line is and get away from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Baby, let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and get up out of here because I'm about to smash
right
you.
There.
Let's go.
That's growth right there. You know what I mean? And that's growth with all of us. Because like you said, back in the day, all of us would smack the taste out of your mouth just because you said the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We come up.
You know, one day on this show we're gonna talk about police brutality. Not today, because that's like a whole show. But one day we're gonna talk about that on this show, and we're gonna all spit our views on that. I'm sure it's all synonymous, you know, with each other or similar.
Make sure you make a note of that for the next pre-production.
Yeah. But I think, you know, listen. This conversation is directing me in that direction, and I don't want to get into it right now, but we're gonna talk about that one day.
Well,
on
I'll tell you what you can get into. You can get into something that you love and something that you absolutely did not like this week.
Oh yeah. You know, keeping it positive, all the way positive, man. You know, the one thing that tears me up that I love the most, I love watching people's dreams come to fruition. And I'm talking about shows like, you know, America's Got Talent, you know, the Voice, you know, all these talent shows. I love for some, you know, when that person wins or they get that star button. I don't know if y'all feel the same way I do. I literally watch reruns of this shit, man.
I don't think we were thinking about the same dreams you were talking about when you said people's dreams come true. Because I saw a French maid in my future.
So Mark, I understand what you're saying, but all those shows, I like the people that can't sing or.
For the funny moments. Yeah, for the funny moments.
The rest of this shit,
it's all scripted anyway.
I don't watch the show. I only watch the outtakes.
Those funny moments,
my mother got shot in the kidney, and I'm singing for her. Now,
Hey, listen, man. It doesn't even matter if it's just those shows. Just in general, I think I have an affinity to people that have worked hard and have met their goals, and their dreams are coming true, and they feel like I'm here now. I have a deep affinity for that. And it literally just breaks my heart in like tears of joy. It's amazing for me.
Thank you for once again affirming that you're the softest one of the four of us. So
and I'm also the biggest motherfucker.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
no
the biggest, softest
motherfucker.
Hence the name Big
Mark.
Mark.
Something you dislike.
The biggest teddy bear out this motherfucker.
Hey, but I do got some shit I hate though. One thing I hate the most, and I just experienced this the other day. I hate when you go to the urinal and you get your man out to go pee, and then you put him away, and you had this burning sensation because you
Once again,
forgot. You
once
forgot.
again, once again.
No,
This is once again, Mark. You can't take
listen,
your life into the whole
listen,
world.
listen. All I'm
Terry, get
saying
your
is,
boy,
listen,
yo. Get your
listen. All
boy,
I'm
Terry.
saying is, you can't harvest
Terry, get your
habanero
boy.
peppers. Listen. You cannot harvest
Terry, get your boy.
habanero peppers and then and don't
Terry,
have
get your boy.
gloves on and then go take a pee. All regular. You just can't do that.
So,
And
Terry,
that's
get
what I
your boy.
did.
my first question you would be, how often are you harvesting habanero peppers? That would be my first question.
What the heck?
Not often, but I was helping out a friend.
Okay.
Because they were gone for the week,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, can you go over there and mess with my garden, pick my peppers and shit?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I do that. And I
Listen,
went over there, harvested the peppers, and it was hot out. And then I went to the bathroom, take a leak, but I didn't have no gloves on, and I did my business. And then this burning sensation. Let me tell you something, bro.
we're not
You
gonna.
do not want that in your life.
We're not
Okay?
gonna. We're not
It's
gonna
not a
do
good feeling.
gonorrhea checks on this podcast.
What you have to
I'm gonna tell
do,
you
Mark,
right
is
now.
understand when Peter Piper picked the peppers, he didn't touch his dick after that. You never learned that. It's not a thing.
So,
I didn't know.
so, Mark, being a smart man that you are, why did you think?
And I
that
try to
if-
be.
Why did you think that you would pick up a pepper with your fucking hand, with no gloves, and touch your shit to piss at everything
But
we
I
are?
was harvesting. I was just picking them off the tree. I didn't cut them open. I didn't cook them. I was just getting them off the tree, picking them, putting them in the bucket. That's all I was doing. You know what I mean?
With no gloves
Like,
on.
And
No
yeah,
gloves.
no gloves. I didn't
Her,
know
no
this.
Her.
I ain't
You
know,
get you
man.
get what you got.
So-
you
so-
get it. You deserve it. Own it. Love it. Live it. That's the shit you did.
I'm
Okay,
gonna take
so
y'all back
what
to
it
Eddie
is.
Murphy. I'm gonna take y'all back
the-
to Eddie Murphy, 1986. Did you put your dick in the sink?
So-
My dick burning. My dick burning. Put it in the sink, damn it.
so the four
All
of
I'm
us,
saying.
out of the four of us, three of us worked in a restaurant.
Mhm.
Out of the four of us, three of us have watched at least a TV show that says when you pick up a pepper, the oils release. So if you don't have gloves, it's on your fucking hands.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, you know what? I gotta piss." You touched your shit,
Yeah. I mean,
All she wrote.
Mark.
I
You said,
didn't.
Mark.
I didn't.
Mark, you said you learned a lot from us, and I'm
did.
feeling like you didn't. I feel like we let you down. Yo. So,
Well, fuck
so-
you guys
so-
for letting me down.
We owe you an apology, brother. We
so-
apologize.
Your
So-
fault. My
so-
dick was in flames the other day.
so
Oh hell
I'm
no!
gonna
I
give
ain't
you a
taking no
crash.
credit for that. Hell no.
No,
Hell
sir.
nah.
No,
sir.
no.
Don't
I'll
even
take
start
credit.
naming names as to why your shit may be burning right now.
I ain't hear what you said, G. I didn't hear what you said.
I said I don't want to start naming names as to why your shit may be burning right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
He said he's still friends with everybody. Didn't he?
So I'm gonna tell you like
Fuck
this.
you,
I feel
man.
bad for you, Mark. So what I want to say is, whenever you pick peppers, wash your hands or wear gloves, and don't touch your shit. So now
Don't
you
touch
know.
shit.
Now
Oh,
you
man,
know.
I'm good. I'm from the school of hard knocks.
Yeah,
I learned the hard
because-
way.
Yeah, I
Apparently.
bet you did because I bet your bowl's still burning.
G Money.
Yo,
We
Okay.
gonna keep it pushing for it. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
get off of doodoo and dicks right now. I'm gonna
Thank
push it
you.
on to
Thank
your
you.
love
Thank
and your dislike.
Thank
Yo, why is Mark?
I
on
may
it?
I may mute him for the remainder of the show, brother. He may not.
Yeah.
Mark, that might have been your finale tonight, brother.
It might have
That
been.
might
I'm
have been
done.
it.
I'm
That might have
done.
been
I'm
it.
done.
So
All
G
right.
Money, let's push on to you, man. Let's
So,
talk about something that you like and something that you dislike.
Thank you. So for me, what I love this week and what I like was the fact that, we officially started our lacrosse off-season weight training program. Some of the guerrilla marketing that I did at the, meet and greet teachers and stuff like that and students, I got a good amount of push from the freshmen and sophomores and some new students. And those guys that I talked to, a few of those guys that I talked to, were able to come and start weight training this week. So that was good. That's what I love. And it was nice to get started with some good numbers out there, and talking to some talking to the coaches, and just being back on campus was dope. What I hate or strongly dislike, feel really strongly about, is the fucking child support system. So a friend of mine, right,
Let's go,
has children who are above the age of 18.
Let me take my glasses off.
Yeah.
This is some real shit.
My friend of mine has children above the age of 18, and his fucking ex-wife, right, is making $150,000 a year, still sweating this man over $1,600 a month. Why? For arrears. Why? She don't need it. She don't need the money. She wants to stick it to this brother as much as she can, because she don't know how. She can't hold a man since he stopped fucking with her. At least that's the way he sees it.
She still got feelings for her.
She still feels some kind of way, and she is a bitch scorned. And that's kind of what's going on for my friend. Mm-hmm. And the child support.
I'm gonna take the woman's perspective.
Hold on, you ain't gonna take shit, because I'm not done talking. Number one, number two, but we ain't asking for shit.
We ain't
asking for shit.
Keep talking that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. The child support system is not set up for motherfuckers who actually pay, because when you pay, you're good. But then, God forbid you stop paying, then they forget that you paid for 15, 16 years in a row, or however long that is.
Or if the shoe's on the other foot, the women, if they don't pay, they're fine. But if the guy don't pay, they're going to put him underneath the jail.
Yeah, and they're going to, before they do that, they're going to take away his driver's license. They're going to take away his licenses, any license that he has in the state. They're going to take that shit away. Any possible way that he can pay, they're going to take that shit away, so he can't pay anymore. He can't pay nothing. And the reason why that is,
oh my God, don't get me started.
And the reason why I believe that is because it's designed to take the black man down. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to take the black man down. So fuck the child support system.
Fuck the child support system. You heard him, and I said it too.
Dre said, "I'm taking my shit off. I can't even."
strong about your friend.
No, nigga, because it's real, yo. It's real. When motherfuckers is trying to work hard to pay, first of all, child support system is a fucked up system, because it's not for the child. It's clearly not for the child, because if a male has custody of the kids, the woman get a break. If the woman got custody of the kids, the man will be fucking slaving whatever he has to do. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I've been through it. I understand that shit. You gotta fucking, and if you didn't pay everything, you got fucking arrears you gotta pay on. They don't do that shit with females. And if they do, it's leniency. Fucking bullshit, yo. Fuck child support. They can suck a dick. I'm fucking pissed.
Go ahead, Mark.
Shit.
So listen.
Fuck that shit.
Listen, man. It's your child.
Stop it. Before you finish. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody said that nowhere they weren't paying for child support. Nah, let him finish shit. You can't take that fucking approach. That's not the approach that I took. That's not the approach that my friend took. He's paying child support. He lost some shit that came down, and now he's being treated like he never paid. He wasn't trying to pay. They trying to hit him for the shit that he was.
Let that brother speak, man. We heard you. Let that brother speak.
He's coming from it from that fucking angle. That fucking angle. And that's bullshit.
Listen,
fucking bullshit. I'm gonna tell you right now. Whatever you say, Mark, it's fucking bullshit. I guarantee it.
Okay, listen to me. The guy, your friend G, he's the number to that system. They don't know him. They don't know what he's been through. They don't know any. All they see is a number. They see a record of him making a payment, and then the payment stopping, and then they don't know why that payment stopped. They don't know what he went through, and they don't care what he went through. He's not a person to them. He is a data file. So your passion, I get it. His passion, I get it. But to him, to them, to the social service people, he's just a fucking he's another deadbeat dad because the system the system shows document that there are lots of deadbeat dads out there, and he's guilty by association just based on that. It's not because of anything else. There's a shit ton of deadbeat dads out there that are not paying their child support. There's a shit ton of deadbeat dads out there that you know decide that they just they're going to let it slide, and they're going to just take the arrearages and pay that,
I
and
mean,
then they pay that
we all
when
may
they
be, but clearly, Mark, that's facts. So there are a lot of deadbeat dads out there, a lot of people doing it, but I'm not
yeah
sure that's what they were angling to. But what you said, facts. There's a lot of dads out there not doing shit for their kids. That's
yeah.
facts.
I mean, listen, I
But
know
G,
circumstances
hold on,
change.
G, you want to respond to that though?
Yeah, please.
I'm sorry, G, I'm sorry, G, I'm sorry.
I do.
The
There you go.
only thing that
I
I can
do.
say is that again, Mark, I'm not going to sit here and discount what you're saying, right? And I'm trying to be as cool headed as I can be, because I think the system is set up to take the black man down, right? I really do. So when you talk about being a number and you talk about paying child support, of course the person who's responsible for paying has to pay, right? I agree. But when the hardship comes around, if it does and when it does, for whoever or whomever, right? The understanding, the communication, the things that they take away, is and when they take away things that interrupt someone's life, they take away things that don't allow people to make money. That shit is not how it's supposed to be. I
Right.
agree with you that things are supposed to be paid. I agree with you on all those levels, but you should not take away someone's ability to earn money. It is a way to lock black men up. You cannot change my view on it. The only way that is not to just continue to pay your child support, great. But let's not, if the payments stop, we gotta take his license. We gotta take his licenses. We gotta do all this extra shit. And it's a huge problem. And then if they can't get in contact with you, then there's a fucking warrant out for your fucking arrest. Why? Because you didn't pay child support. You may just be going through a tough time, but instead of trying to figure it out, right? They want to lock your ass up, put you in jail because it's not designed. And then will put you in the correction system. They want to lock you up, make you a criminal. And then they want to paint a picture of everybody around and show, this guy doesn't pay his child support, so that's why he goes to jail. Not that he has struggled and lost a job, not that he has struggled with anything going on in his life. It's that they're going to lock his ass up. And that is why I say fuck the child support system.
Now, on that, before anybody else interrupts, I know a person who is doing well for himself, and the mother of their children was like, I don't want to be a parent anymore. So he took her to child support. Now, she is slow with her payments. There's no repercussions. At one point, she was almost a year behind her payments. No repercussions. Let the shoe be on the other foot. Like G said, he wouldn't have a license. He wouldn't be able to make money the way he does. It's designed to break us down.
All right, so I'm going to say this, okay? And you agree or disagree. I think penalties are put in place because there was an infraction. Something happened. I don't think the state or whoever governs that system puts a penalty in place, or county. Yeah, I don't think they put a penalty in place unless that obstruction exists. So if motherfuckers aren't paying their child support and they want to incentivize them to do so, then they're going to put all these penalties in place. Now, I could be wrong. Because I have not done the research. but I'm just going off my own gumption right now. I think if you put these penalties in place, lose your driver's license. You got jail time possibilities. If you're behind X amount, you got to pay X amount. I just
Mark,
think when you put these penalties in
Mark,
place,
Let him finish. Let him
apparently,
finish.
apparently, there's some data to support the penalties, is what I'm saying. And that being said, there's a lot of dudes out there that's not doing the right things, and yeah, they're fucking it up for some dudes that are trying to do the right things. I was victim to that shit my damn self, so I can attest to some of that.
Me too.
So I'm just saying, I think the numbers is the data is what we're fighting against, not really, the system per se. The data says there's a lot of us brothers that you said, Jake, they're getting, jail behind this shit that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And it could be because of whatever, but the fact still remains. And so therefore, the state now has to jump in and say, look, all right, we got this problem, this problem, this problem. We need to attach some fucking tariffs to this shit, or penalties, if you will, to get these guys to conform. And then, some good dudes like your friend, me, and the four of us here that have been through it, we got to suffer behind that
So
bullshit.
you believe that someone who does not pay child support for whatever reason, ignorance, asshole, whatever, should be threatened to go to jail? Jail.
I think worse than that. I think if you're not going to take care of your kid financially,
That is
because
up
you're
to
not with the parent. I think if
Mark,
I think if you're not,
Mark, hold on.
I think as a father, if you're not going to willingly take
Okay.
care of your kid, financially, just because you're not with that person, I think that you're an ass. I think you're a deadbeat dad.
And I'm
you
certain
deserve
that
to
this
go
is
to
what
jail.
has led to
All right.
and continues to lead to
So-
systemic
so-
issues in the black
hold on,
community
hold on.
about children not having
I
fathers
don't
and
know
not
if you
having mothers.
deserve.
there.
Yeah. I don't know if you
All
deserve to
that
go to
leads to a
jail.
systemic issue
but
that we
Mark,
all deal with and we
Mark.
all hate about how our projects look, our inner cities look, how our urban areas look, because the systemic issues of like not paying child support or not being able to support your child, whether it be financially or in your own physical person. So I see what Mark is saying, and I'm talking about the guys who are. I'm not talking about the guys who fell on a hard time, lost a job. But I know from going through the system that everything was income based for the 18 years I went through that system.
it's
Everything
all
was
income. It's
well, let me
data.
say
Yeah,
14 years.
it's
It's income
numbers.
based.
It's
So
numbers.
if I went through a hard time, then boom, I go ahead and write the letter to him. And I'll tell you how much I remember it. She's 27 now, and it was 101 North Main Street, Bel Air, Maryland, 21015. That's the zip
Yeah.
code. That's
I
what the
thought
building was.
Terry. I thought your child support requirements was ridiculous
They
for the
absolutely
one
were.
child.
Absolutely were.
I think they were ridiculous.
But you know what? I
But
found
it's
a
a
way to pay
numbers
that
game.
shit. I found a way to pay that shit all the time because Harford County wasn't playing. They threatened to take my license. They threatened to put me in jail. They did everything that G is saying.
What do you
They did
mean it's
everything
a
that G is saying right
numbers
now.
game?
I got letters. They did every single thing.
Dre, what
No,
I mean is
Mark.
it's all math to these guys. It's all math to social services.
Sure.
It's not personal. It's math. It's all math for them. That's what I say. It's numbers. You know what I mean? They say this is how much money you make. If you can prove that, this is what we're going to charge you for child support. You know what I mean?
Okay, now I get that. I get that point. So Mark, say you are paying child support, and you at the time that you are doing child support, you was working at this job. Now you lost this job, but you got another job, but you can't put up the money. So now you're working another job just to put up the money for fucking child support.
It sucks.
But you can't. But you came short on a payment. You came short on a payment or two. So now there's a warrant out on your arrest because you fucking fucked up on your child support payment.
Happen. That
you
takes
lose
at least
your
3 to 6
license.
months. That doesn't happen in a month or two. That takes at least 3 to 6 months. You got to be
Yeah,
that far behind.
it sucks.
At least
It
that far behind
sucks.
for that to happen.
It sucks,
No,
and
you
it's
don't miss
fucked
1
up.
month of payments. They put a warrant out for your arrest. That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
But regardless though, but that scenario in itself, it sucks and it's fucked up. But I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose on that battle because the law's already been put in place. You miss X amount of payments, or you don't do this, you don't comply with this federal state requirement or county requirement, this is what the fuck's gonna happen. I'm fucked. I don't have a choice. It sucks, but that's just the deal. But what I'm saying is the reason that law is in place or that penalty is there is because they had enough data or whatever to say that, you know what, if this guy's not going to make his payment for 3 months, then this is what the penalty is going to be. I mean, they can't manage the situation individually.
I would say this, Mark. As much as
That's
I agree with what you're saying. With G, what I'm saying to you, it doesn't make sense to me.
When I was working at Bennigan's,
to take someone's license away from them when you want money from them. The way they make money is to go to work. So you want to take their license away, they can't go to work anymore. Then how do you expect to get the money? That shit doesn't make any sense to me, G. I'm with you on that one. Taking someone's license away, you're making them. They can't work. So now you're just going to ensure my ass is going to get thrown in the pokey? You're going to ensure that I'm going to have to get my...
So I've sat across from fathers whose license were suspended due to child support when I was doing the car insurance game. So I understand it. But the only thing I can say to them is that's what the penalty is, and that's what you have to pay in order for me to reinstate you.
Exactly. And
you know
that's
what I mean?
why
I don't...
for that reason alone, that's why I say fuck child support, because I hear you.
Right,
I understand the penalty.
Let's leave it there. Hey, let's leave it there. Hey, here's the good thing about it. We can pick up anything we want any given time. But on this show, episode 617, whatever we want, we can leave it right there for that one. So I'll give you my little segment with love and hate. Things that I love. Gifts that drop into your lap that you had no idea you were going to get.
Oh, I love those.
When you're struggling and times are tough and you're trying to make the most of what you have, and then something just drops in your lap and you're like, okay, let's go. I say that to say this.
What drop in your lap, yo?
Sports related, brother. Wide receiver group this year was out. They're a pretty good group. I mean, they got some talent, some potential. You know, I mean, you ain't done shit yet. A lot of potential. But out of the heavens gates on Monday, dropped into our lap a transfer. Number one transfer was number two before he came to us. Now he's the number one ranked wide receiver in the state of Pennsylvania, and I have the privilege of coaching this kid now.
Oh wow!
I have the privilege of coaching this kid now, and I'll tell you something. He's an absolute animal. He's a beast. He's probably the best player I've ever coached in my life. So it's a challenge for me, and I welcome that challenge. But learning a lot from him, he's learning a lot from me, and just something that was, again, when you're struggling about stuff, and I'm going into the season thinking, oh man, we gotta get these receivers up. Him dropping there has made the whole receiving core better. It's made the whole D-back squad better. It's made the offensive line better. It's just a great vibe around the team. And I feel like we're going to 2021 season with some energy and some vibe, some mode. As we said, we got some mode that we didn't have, that we were building. We were steadily building it, and it was coming. But then we got this huge rock to drop in and help push that mode. So we'll see what it all comes out to be, man. And that's fine. But that's one of the things that I love happening this week. And so I always say when things are tough and you're going through it and you don't know how it's going to come out, man, you never know what blessing you get sent, right? Yeah. But now I got another one I got to protect and take care of and make sure he gets to the next level. Matter of fact, when he puts down the ball, that he's okay through the rest of his life. So that's the most important part to us. And something that I really, really don't like this week, man, being back at practice, back in Harrisburg this week, driving down to Baltimore this weekend to see main man, Big Mark. I hate horrible drivers. I don't dislike them. I hate them. I hate drivers who think that you're the only one on the damn road and nobody behind you, beside you, needs you to assist in the regular process of driving. I'm talking about at 80 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour. I hate horrible drivers.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So episode 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever it was, I was the asshole because I was
I didn't say I road raged on him. I said I hate him. I didn't say I road raged on him, Dre. No, that's the difference. I challenge you to go back and listen to episode 3, which is talking about, Dre, you road rage on him. I don't do that. I just hate him. I will tell you this. I look at them.
I kept the hatchet.
I look at them
in
with
the
the
car.
most disdain look on my face I can possibly look at them when I ride by. I give them that look. I do. I look at them with the. I get the most
don't believe that.
I can possibly.
I know you, and I don't believe that.
Jesus
don't believe that. Listen,
I'm not Jesus. I'm not saying I slip up once or twice, but 90% of the time, 90ish% of the time, I'm usually I just look at him and shake my head
and just stare him down as you pass him.
But the fact that for the next 5 minutes I'm going, how could you possibly drive 15 miles an hour to 40 miles. Like, what is going on in your life? Like, you're not on the phone. I'm trying to figure out why I have to get my life back. I can't do it no more. So I'm gonna get better. I'm not doing it. I hate them, but I'm not gonna give them my energy anymore. They're sucking my energy up. They're fun sponges, and I'm not gonna give them my energy anymore. And I'm not gonna road rage on them.
You need to get out more in traffic. Dude,
I don't believe you.
You need to get out more in traffic. That's all that is.
That's just dumb. Get out more in traffic. I hate bad drivers. We want to get out more in traffic. So I'm being around more bad drivers.
No, because Terry doesn't really leave PA that much. You don't really come this side of town.
So you said there's no bad drivers in PA?
No, I'm saying you came a long way when you came to see us when we hung out. So you probably haven't done that type of distance.
Mark, I drove to Harrisburg the same morning. I came down to Baltimore, which is a little further away than coming to see your monkey ass. So let me tell you something. It's not about bad. Anywhere I am there, bad. I can go down to Rudders and there's bad drivers down there, and I hate them. I hate bad drivers. If it takes you 5 minutes to back out of a parking space, where you first of all you park where it says no trucks and no vans, it says cars only, and you got your big ass SUV Suburban up in there. Now nobody can park next to you because your door's open so wide. What the? I hate parkers. I hate bad fucking parkers too. I hate parkers. I hate bad drivers. I hate parkers. But I'm not going to give them my energy anymore. I'm gonna vent to y'all and I'm gonna let it go because I vented a lot today. This week I vented a lot. Did a lot of miles on the road this week. But I'm gonna let it go. And I'm gonna challenge y'all to let it go. Dre, don't pull over in front of him, slow down. Garrett, don't do it. Mark, just let it go, brother. Don't give him your energy. Don't give him your time. Don't give him your time. Let it go. That's something that I really did. No, not this. Like I hate it. I do. And that's something. Because it's not about a person. I can hate a thing. Like I don't hate people. So appreciate that, man. So Dre Dog, we appreciate you. G Money, we got you. Big Mark, G Money. Man, this segment was pretty powerful tonight, but we appreciate it. And I know we were about to go off, so we'll go into the Willie Bobo session. But Dre, there was a thought you had on your face when G was finishing up his Never Taught segment. You didn't get that thought off. If it's still on your mind, I want to give you time, even though we've gone through the rest of the show. But I just want to give you time to reflect back on that because it looked like it was pretty passionate to you. Want something to get off. So I don't want you to feel like you got cut off. So go ahead and speak to us, man.
No, I didn't feel like I got cut off. I was just piggybacking off of G. There's a lot of us that has gone through the child support system, and we have done everything that they fucking ask us to do, and they barely give us money to fucking survive. And I'm not trying to hear, oh, you fucked up, so you did. No, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like any one of us could have slipped up and dealing with a female, had a child, and she could have been nasty as fuck.
I think we've all had that actually.
Because yeah.
I think we've all had that exact scenario as you're saying.
Guaranteed.
So to be lackadaisical about this, it's you know what? I'm not gonna lie. It's probably gonna irk me the whole week because I fucking work hard, and you guys know me when we first met with my daughters. All I did was about my kids. I fucking set the fucking groundwork, if you will, how to be a fucking father.
There you go.
And for me to get penalized for money taken out, and I fucking paid money, and oh, that was a gift, and all that. I'm not trying to hear it, y'all. It just didn't sit well with me.
Well, the thing is, we only hear it's the forum for so we can vent to each other. Like we can always agree to disagree and disagree to agree, but that's what makes us who we are. If we agreed about everything, probably a lot of boring conversations around here, but. I mean, you sit on it because it's passionate to you and how you feel about it. Most important thing is that you understand how somebody else feels about it.
Yeah,
Dre, nope.
A lot of times when you fucking paying money, it's not going to the kids. It's going to this chick so she can get her fucking nails done and her hair did, and she paying her
Show with
all her other bills.
Show with the Birkin bag,
the fucking kids.
Birkin bag, diaper bag.
Yeah. Yo, dude, I used to pay my fucking child support with receipts of what I was buying for the kids. I would fucking go to the fucking child support building and be
Yeah,
like,
you got locked up in
this is what I
Harford County.
did.
Don't play in Harford County. Harford County want cash. They want cash from the barrel. You come there with some receipts and something. Receipts my ass. Harford County don't play.
That's what I'm saying. It's a fucked up thing, yo. When the shoe's on the other foot, women don't have to jump through those hoops, man.
But as Mark said, Mark said before,
do that shit.
The statistics clearly show the system that the shoe is on the other foot a lot less than it's on our feet.
Yeah.
So each one reach one. You know, that's each one reach one. But for all the brothers going through it, man, stay strong.
When I didn't pay child support for as long as you guys probably did, you know what I mean? Because she got me for the first time when he was 17. So I only paid for like a school year. But
then shut the fuck up. You don't even know about child support.
Listen, man. Listen.
1 fucking year? Not even a year. You pay what? A semester?
I'm just being transparent. I'm just saying,
Mark.
I did it, but you know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck where the money. I know the money wasn't really going to him because at this point, he already had a little job of his own. So you know what I mean? It was whatever. I was just.
So that's why That's why you nonchalant, but like, oh, well, do your fucking due diligence.
Hey, listen,
because you paid for a fucking year.
And if I didn't pay for that year, guess what? My license would have been suspended. I'd have got arrested again.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what I mean? They'd have came and took all my shit.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And then I'd have been paying arrearages this year. Like I'll be paying back child support.
I love the fact that G threw this out there and he's just sitting back and watching the animals go at it. He put this piece of pie out there. So I'm gonna sit back and watch this.
No, if I didn't comply, you know what I mean? Motherfucker, he's like 24, 25 right now. You know what I mean? I've been paying arrearages right now. For what? Just get him the goddamn money and go on about your business.
You said you're paying arrearages now?
No, I said I would.
But goddamn, your kid is like 30 years old. How you got possibly?
I know. I said if I didn't do it, if I didn't comply, I'd be doing that now. You know what I mean?
True that.
So why
they ain't going away.
It is what it is.
Dude,
it is what it is.
Mark, I was paying child support. You know me. When you met me, have I been a dedicated father to my 2 daughters?
Yes, you have. 100%.
And I've been paying child support. So when they didn't take enough out of my check, I had to get the cash to put up the rest of the amount of the money. And if I gave it to her, it looked like a gift. So I have to take it down to the courthouse or whatever to put it in the fucking system to show that I'm fucking paying child support. And that's not stopping me from being who the fuck I am as a father. But when you fucking take all my rights away because I was late on a payment or or this was a gift and it wasn't an actual payment, now you take my license and take all that shit away from me? Come on, man. Fuck that. You only dealt with that shit for what? 9 months? I'm talking about fucking, nigga, I'm talking 18 years.
I feel you. I don't know that story. I can't tell that story.
Fucking 18 years, yo. 2 kids, 18 years. All I did was fucking pay.
I feel like it's like
clearing out on time based on your passion for the system.
I feel like it's a bill, right? And like with any bill, if you're late, there's some late charges.
Or they cut
Mark, stop talking. Mark, stop talking.
Or they cut it off.
Mark, stop talking.
I'm just
no.
Okay.
I hear you, brother. I always appreciate your opinion. I really do, because I think you're a very sharp brother. But you have got to stop speaking on this, bro.
It's my fucking kids, yo.
Because you
sound
like a white guy
what
to
the
me.
What the fuck you mean
now.
is a late payment?
And your opinion is coming at me, and it's sounding like the judge that my friend is about to go talk to. Okay?
Oh my god.
So just for the record, okay? So I hear you, bruh, and I appreciate your opinion always, but you need to stop speaking on this, and we need to move on. Seriously.
I don't think you can appreciate somebody's opinion when you tell them to stop speaking on it.
Because he's saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing, and it's not. It sounds like a judge that I've heard before.
So what makes him wrong? Well, so what makes him wrong?
I didn't say he was wrong. I didn't say he was wrong. I didn't say he was wrong. I did not say he was wrong. I don't agree with it at all. And the point of view, the way that you're speaking on it, of course, everybody understands that. But you seem to not think that the penalties for not paying child support is okay, and that's the problem. That's it. That is the absolute problem. It's designed to lock motherfuckers up.
Where I would see the problem, I would see an easier problem with that if you were a black man and you don't pay your child support, they take your license. But I'm pretty sure that rule is the same across the board for white men, Mexican men, Hispanic men. I mean, anybody. I think the rule is the same across. It's a male.
You're right. You're probably right. You
know what I mean?
It's not even a racial thing. It's a father thing. The fact that, all right, so they take all this amount of money for you, but you're supposed to survive on what you're making. So now all your shit is going to child support. Now you still got to pay rent. You got to eat. You got to put fucking electricity. Oh, the kids are coming over. Now you got to have food in the house and shit like that. And you're not making any fucking money? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I will say that. As much
they fucking design this shit.
Millions of men do that every day. Or I'm gonna give props up to the millions of men who do pay their child support, take care of their kids, and handle all the business. I'm gonna give props to y'all because I don't want y'all to think anything about y'all either. And Dre, the segment of life that you're talking about, the hardships, I think that it needs to be looked at too. But we can't discount one and say that one is better than the other or greater than the other. I mean, it's two different sides of life. It's something befell somebody that they came up short. Somebody was blessed that they didn't come up short. And the system doesn't deal with that. As Mark was saying, the system deals with numbers. The system is an algorithm. The system doesn't say, oh, this black guy over here lost his job, came up short. Oh, this white guy over here lost his job.
I think that in order for us to
the system doesn't look at that.
I think in order for us to continue this conversation in the way that we've addressed it, I've addressed it, is we need some more facts. We need some more hard numbers, as Mark
I challenge you.
We need some actual numbers. So because what happens is that, we can put a blanket over it and say it's everybody. We can do that, but I still believe in my heart of hearts that it's designed to take black men down. So, with me being a black man,
I agree with you,
and with my friend also being black and having to deal with this situation as he has to and has to continue to do so.
I'm your friend.
I would say that we kind of table this until we can get some facts. So Mark stops sounding like fucking Mark Weinstein over here and shit. You know what I mean? Like with
he's
the,
a fucking,
like
fucking marshal.
Even, shit. All of a sudden,
first of all,
fucking pay your bill. Just pay your bill.
Y'all niggas need to stop going to court and to jail so much that y'all understand what a marshal and a juror sound like. that should be something that you see on TV. Stop experiencing it in real life. Knock it off.
I wish that was the case.
I'm gonna stop talking.
No.
Yeah. First of all, we don't always see eye to eye, and in previous episodes or just us talking in general,
that's why
we don't always see eye to eye, that's good. And that's why, that's why we the forum. But I be damn, I be fucking damn if you try to tell me that child support, like if you just pay your bill and fuck that. What happens when you can't fucking pay your bill?
Get cut off.
Shit get cut off. They ask for child support. So, but they ask for child support.
Pay your bill on time every time.
Yeah. Let's have that conversation.
What happens when you can't?
What happens if you pay your bill on time every time? I didn't ask about you. I said I'm talking about the system. If the system has David A, Bonnie B in there, and they're paying their child support on time every month, every week, whatever it is, what happens to them?
Okay. I don't understand what the fuck you
Nothing
mean.
happens to them. It keeps
There
moving
you go.
forward. It keeps moving forward. The problem is
They don't get their license
what happens
taken. They don't get suspended.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Joe's. Let's talk about Joe Smith. Joe Smith been paying his bill for like 8 months in a row, no problem. Then all of a sudden, he loses his fucking job, or he can't pay the bill. So now you want to fucking take his way to make money
again,
to pay the fucking child support?
You say that like if you don't pay your child support this month,
they
take your license.
You know what?
If you don't pay your child support for one month, they don't take your license.
Let's move on.
That's not a thing.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
If you have a pattern of not paying your child support,
let's move on.
Let's move on.
No, I'm not trying to hear that, yo. I'm not saying just for fucking 1 month. I'm just saying in general.
So let me ask you this:
if something happens,
if you have a bad situation, you subscribe to the theory that you should pay your child support whenever you can pay it. If it goes 6 months, 8 months, a year, 12 months, 13 months, 2 years.
No, I'm not saying that, Terry. No, I'm not saying it at all.
Dre,
I fucking pay.
If you stop working tomorrow and you can't pay your rent for the next 3 months, what is your landlord gonna do?
Evict you.
What the fuck is that got to do with my kids? I'm not talking about fucking paying rent. Anyway, I will fucking make money to get that shit paid. Same thing would pay my fucking child support.
But how are they going to come at you? How are they going to come at you?
My thing is, so you, if you can't pay rent, they're going to take your license? No. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, Mark.
You still have your license to be able, you have your license to be able to drive to your next place.
You can drive away.
You're
going to live on the goddamn corner.
Missing the point. I hear you. Y'all are right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hey, G, we should have went what you said. Let's table this for a longer conversation. We can all come back with some facts, and we can go into that way, because that'll be even more fun when we have factual basis on there, and I'm sure that we'll all bring our best lawyer in us that we have out and have some fun with that one. So. But that's going to do it for us for the night, man. We appreciate everybody being here. And let's go from around the table real quick. Any thoughts for the greater good? G Money.
Nope.
Mark.
I got a thought for the two coaches on here. While you guys were talking about coaching, I just had this little epiphany, man. You guys are you're like the front line to your kids that you coach. You're the guys that are going to remember when they forget what mom and dad said about, table manners. You know what I mean? I think you guys are like high impactful in these kids' lives. In other words, they're going to remember you long after they, get older and shit like that. They're going to remember who their fucking coach was in high school. And you guys hold a very special place. I think you should really use that medium and don't just teach them lacrosse, don't just teach them wide receiving, teach them some shit about life.
No doubt. And I appreciate
you know
that.
What I mean?
And as I said, I remember my coach from high school. I'm sure all y'all played. Y'all remember your high school coach and the coach that you love. But that's a big word. That's a big word. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I know G Money's the same way. G always calls me. We talk about coaching. I know we both focus on the same thing when it comes to that. It's not always on the field, but off the field matters too. So, Dre Dog, anything for the greater good?
Said what I fucking said. In a fucking minute.
This is why I love this brother. All right, listen. Don't be scared. For people, it's just a 4-4 podcast. It's G Money, Big Mark, Dre Dog, and I'm T. We're gonna be signing on tonight, man. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, like, subscribe, and comment, man. And then on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment. And make sure you hit that ring-a-ding-ding bell so you know that we put out a new episode. Check us out on Facebook. On Instagram, and also on Twitter. And also, most importantly, just comment so that way we can get back to you. All right. Appreciate y'all for stopping by with us, man. Y'all be safe. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.